Jumping on X. Only on X. Let's see here. Boy. All right. Yeah, we had like this one guy keeps spamming in our X channel. I have to ban him. It's funny because like earlier on he was active, like actually being active, and then now he's just a spammer. Like he's let's see here. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Yeah, with the Euro AUD, I actually manually closed it out. I got scared. Like
Yeah,
on my end, I was like,
it stopped me out as well because I had it
right,
on my funded account and I got stopped out. I'm not really bothered because I'm just waiting for the pattern to form and then I'll get it.
exactly. I just, you know what, I just got like what's it called? Fear. I got too much fear, and I just exited early.
Right.
Um, I don't know. It's
And
just,
and that's the beauty about this, the way I personally trade. Um, it's either you get it or you stop out and then you wait for another one to form because the direction still remains, right? It's
right,
just
exactly,
the level that the trade is supposed to move away from didn't play out at that level. It
right.
means they are not actually selling at that level. And it comes to what I was saying yesterday regarding when price is approaching your point of interest, you need to see sellers come in or buyers come in. If not, forget it. No much of what you think is going to happen at that level, nothing is going to happen.
Yeah,
If you understand it, then the pattern is then going to be your guide.
right. Yeah. Oh, I just remembered the on Monday you were gonna give some enlightenment. Remember, I was like, "Hey, there's like a vibe in the market, and something's going on," and then you're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Oh, I'm going to talk about it."
yeah.
I forgot to remind you.
That's how you forget stuff. That's
I
how
don't know
you.
yeah, if you recall at all, like what
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
what yeah, okay, nice.
I do remember. I know what I was going to talk about, but the fact that I didn't get the reminder, I completely forgot about it.
Okay, it's okay. We could save it for later.
Yeah, yeah, we can. I can talk about it. Maybe probably the first thing that we talk about, and and then we can move on to um, you know, other stuff.
Yeah, nice.
I'm excited. I don't know why today I'm excited. Today the
That's good. Yeah.
excitement is my side.
Awesome. Yeah, every day except for the days I don't get enough sleep, then that's
Mm.
I still manage to drum up the excitement. Like um any tricks I have up my sleeve, I'll use exercise, meditation, all that stuff, right? Eating something, you know.
And then, funny enough, yesterday one of our YouTube members caught a really nice trade on the gold live session that we were doing yesterday.
Sweet.
He actually showed me the trade. He sent me a screenshot of the trade that he took. He got
Love it.
150 tips out of the move on gold.
Awesome. And that
Yeah,
was during like he took the live session like analysis
yeah,
during the live session.
yeah.
Nice,
During
yeah.
the live
I love
session, yeah.
that. Yeah, that's the way. Nice.
And that's what we want to do, right? Give
Yeah,
people the the ability to know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. And
Yeah.
I was very proud of him because he took he took basically confidence in what I was talking about, and he did exactly what I've been repeating. So if I can share my screen
Yeah, yeah, please. By all
and then
means.
share exactly what he did. Let me know how the sound is. Is the sound okay?
Yep. Yeah, a little bit lower, just a little bit. A little
Yeah.
bit. Thank you.
Okay. So
All right.
the trade that he took was based on what we were, I think it was based on the day before, um, Tuesday. So Tuesday here, Tuesday session, I think I was talking about potentially price coming into that area, which we highlighted over here, that we want price to come in, reverse from either here or there. Okay, that was the area that basically I was anticipating them to come to on Tuesday. And then yesterday, when we were having the live session, price came there doing the CPI. Okay. And the screenshot that he showed to me, I think he got in somewhere in here. Let me see. No. Yeah, he got in somewhere in here. So as we were doing
Nice.
the live session and I was saying we are going to break above this high and then we go higher. And he bought there. and then he got 150 pips out of it. And he showed me the screenshot. I was like, that's good.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the GU also went to TP as well. For those of you that actually got in,
Yep. Yep.
I did manage to get in whilst I was doing the live session. I did manage to squeeze a little bit of entry in there. So that also went to TP. We closed the trade idea this morning, or I closed it this morning, because we were expecting them to go to, I think, somewhere. That was the target. So we did a nice trade on that one too. And today, this was what I was talking about. It nearly came to the stop loss, but obviously that's what I did cover this up candle. Because if it's going to go, sometimes they can't do that. They can run this high because we have a gap above it, and then but will not go above this one. Okay, so in our literature, it's a run above engineered liquidity. So this high will be engineered, and because we have a gap above it and an up candle. So if they fail to go lower from there, then they will run this high into that one and then reject. And that's what we're seeing. So once this candle closes, I should see, unless we are wrong in terms of the area where it's supposed to reverse. Definitely it will come for this low, but maybe if I'm wrong about this whole area, then they will come back up and then we'll be expecting them to reverse from somewhere here, which is similar to what Aussie is doing, because all it did was just go up a little bit higher into this gap, and that's where it looks like they are reversing from. So we might not probably go down this week, but we might go down next week, and we'll be looking for, it could be this week because you can see the down candle here with all these up candles. So it could be this week, but today being Thursday, the week is almost done. So I will basically anticipate it next week, but I will not rule out the possibility of price actually going lower this week. Probably it might not completely come all the way down to attack the low as I'm expecting, but it might complete it next week. So this week might initiate the move down, and then next week we'll resume going lower. Right? Give me 1 second. Let me bring my tattoo and make it ready, because I always have it ready before I get onto that chart. Okay, it's ready over
Nice,
there.
nice. Hey, IT, in about 6 minutes, I'm gonna do a quick meeting, so I won't be around for like 10 to 15 minutes. Just a heads up.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay, awesome.
That's fine. Now this one here, watch this H4. Watch this gap. I know we got stopped out. That's fine. It's no big deal. Watch this gap here. If we trade through it, that's it, we will be going lower. So if we can trade through that gap, then we will start looking for, when I say through, I mean if they can close below it. Okay. If they can close below this gap here, this will be the high of the week. We wouldn't want price to come back above it. And then we can start anticipating they're going to break this down candle, and then they're going to come for this low. It's too clean. It's equal low. This low and that low. All right. So watch this gap. For those of you that got stopped out, I did get stopped out as well. And it's fine. You're not always going to get a winning trade. Okay. You will lose some, you win some, but you win more, or your wins are going to be bigger than your losses. All right. So let's see going forward if they can break that. But let's go and look at something that happened yesterday on dollar index. And this is what I mean by when you see it. To me, when I see stuff like this, it's like dating, I don't know, who's the most beautiful woman in the world? My wife. My wife is the most beautiful woman in the world. So it's like my wife, seeing my wife, right? Because the idea that price going above this high should be met with a rejection. And yesterday during the live session, I said, if we see the 1 minute candle break, that's it. We'll be coming down. We reject all the movement to the upside. And that's what you saw on the 1 minute chart. So if I go back to the 1 minute chart here, that 1 minute down candle, once we lost it right here. Now, where could you have anticipated that it's going to be broken? Right in here, this gap, right in here. So the moment this candle, this is basically advanced when you get more experience. I wouldn't use the word advanced. When you get more experience, that's the one that you're going to use. The moment we lost that gap right there, that was it. Price was going to come for this low. And it's the same thing that I'm pointing to you on, I think Euro Aussie, okay, on the H4. The same thing. Price is fractal. If we lose this gap, that's it. We're going to lose this down candle, and then we're going to come for this low, because all this movement is just a pullback. It's not a reversal. It's just pulling back to come back down again. So if gaps are being formed, if we are going to continue going higher, they need to respect. If price is going down, we need to respect gaps. 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 If we are going higher, we need to respect gaps. We need to respect gaps. But if we are pulling back, at some point, one of the gaps will give up. And then once it gives up, that's it. It's game over. Start looking for sales. So yesterday, That's what I was pointing to on the 1 minute chart over here. That as soon as we go above that high, so now you have two examples, not probably two, more than that. I'm giving about on top of my head about 6 examples of the high and the low. When price makes a high and a high, what happens to it when they come above it? And then when price makes a low and a low, what happens to it when they come below it? Okay, you've seen lots of examples with me. Okay, so going forward, once you see such things, always anticipate a quick reversal. And that's what we got yesterday. So once we broke that, that's exactly when the buy ideas formed on the foreign currencies. And then the rest was history. It came down, pull back in the 1 hour time frame, pull back to another gap over here. This being the last down candle prior to the move up, rejected, breaker, and then we're down again. And this New York session, we've pulled back, and then I'm expecting a down continuation. You can wait. You can wait for the same pattern as I'm seeing right now. So we have this down candle, we have this up movement. So if you lose that, then you sell. Oh, where we are now, since we're expecting that continuation to attack previous week low, where we are now, that's a nice area. So you can go on to the foreign currencies. You can go onto the foreign currencies and basically look for price to expand up. Okay, so it's your choice which one you want to use. If you want to use Euro, if you want to use Aussie, I think I like Aussie. Aussie looks nice. In a nice fair value gap. So I think your Aussie should go lower. We should see Euro Aussie going lower. Let's look at New Zealand. New Zealand is not the best. I think I like Aussie. Okay, the fair value gap, the time of the day that it formed, it's perfect. This low to this high, 618 to 79 retracement level, perfect. So I would want to see a move away from here. Okay, so maybe Euro Aussie will be the trade of the day. And then expecting price to go for this equal high. This high, that high, and that high. They're all too clean. So you want price to go for that. Okay, so that's that for the day. Maybe if we finish a little bit early, we'll come back and observe this as we did with the other pairs. In future, I'll probably do something like that. I've given a lot of lessons on how to read price. So we might just come and then observe, look on the lower time frame, like we did with gold, and then start looking for a buying pattern to form. And then we just watch. And over time, you see, okay, if this is gonna go up, then they have this up candle here. Oops. They have this up candle here. We have all this down. So if I don't want to buy, if I don't want to be the first one in, then I'll wait for them to break this up candle. Then I'll buy, put my stop loss, and then I'll go higher. Or I'll buy exactly where we are, because this is a lower time frame. I don't sweat with about 13 pip stop loss. Okay, so we will do that maybe in future, so that our members will get more, I'll say, benefit. Is that the word? Reward for turning up for live sessions. Okay. Moving forward, let's go and look at gold. So I think gold, I'll expect them to continue going up from where we are, especially if we can close bullish today. Then I'll expect the continuation to continue for this high. On the weekly, still looking bullish, right? We are not pausing. Now, let me talk about what I was discussing, or what Igor reminded me today. So I was meant to talk about it on Monday, but I forgot, and he forgot to remind me as well. So it's his fault. Just blame him. Now, Igor was excited. He said he felt that this week was going to be a very good week, or there's going to be some decent moves on price action. And I said, yes, that's going to be the case, and I know why. And I'm going to explain why that is the case. When you understand price, you are going to, or let me rephrase my word. When you pay attention to price, you will see that price is doing something almost all the time. And that is understanding fractals. And I showed you what a fractal is last time. One thing or one aspect of price that repeats itself is the idea that price is going to open, it's going to drop, and it's going to rally, and it's going to close. That is fractal, and that is happening on all time frames. Okay. Now, if you pick the big time frame, I'm referring to now the weekly or the monthly. The 1 minute will do the same thing, but that 1 minute is subject to the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes will do the same thing, but that 5 minutes is subject to the 15 minutes. The 15 minutes will do the same thing, but that 15 minutes is subject to the hourly candle, and so on. The hourly is on the H4, the H4 is on the daily is on the weekly is on the monthly, and the monthly is on the quarterly. Okay, so when you're looking at the nature of fractals, you want to pick the higher time frame, at least from the daily and up, not the lower time frames, the daily and up. So if I'm using the daily, you're going to expect the candle to open and then drop and then rally. If you're using the weekly, you're going to anticipate the weekly opening, the dropping, and then the rallying. If you're using the monthly, you're going to expect the same thing, the monthly opening, dropping, and then rallying. So the drop always happens after the open or immediately after the candle opens. So the reason why this week is exciting is because when the monthly candle opens, there is always going to be a probability of the manipulation, which is forming the wick. So there will be, it might not be the pair that you look at today, but it might be the pair that, it might not be on, let's say, gold, but it might be on British pound. It might be on EuroCAD. It might be on Aussie CAD. You just need to find the right pair. When you find the right pair and you see we open and then we drop first, and price is meant to go up because you know, based on the previous month, how the previous month ended, you know whether this month is going to be an up movement or a down movement. So when the month opens, right, and you see the manipulation happen on the first week, the second week is always going to be exciting. As a matter of fact, when you are using the monthly, the best time to trade during the month is the second week and the third week. So there you go. That's the reason why this week is exciting, because this is the second week of the month. The second week and the third week, those are the most exciting weeks that you want to, if you want to be profitable, those are the 2 weeks that you want to do all your trading. These 2 weeks, the second week and the third week. The reason is the first week is likely going to be manipulation. It's going to open the first week, and during that week, there's going to be manipulation because it needs to form the wick of the month, right? So then it will manipulate during that week. After that week, there's going to be little to no manipulation. Now, again, if you study price or if you look at price carefully, it always has a body, right? It has a body. So what time or what days or what weeks are the body printing if you're looking at from the monthly perspective? Again, it's going to be the second week and the third week. During those 2 weeks, that's when the body of the monthly candle is actually created. Okay, that's when the body of the monthly candle is created. So if we've opened the month and then we are here, right? That's how the month has opened, or we've actually opened here. We manipulated to the downside and we rejected, and then we are here. That's the first week. What do you think is going to happen the second week? If the month is going to go up, the month needs to print a body. So the body is going to be like this, maybe for the first week, and then like that for the second week. Sorry, the third week. So the second week will be something like this. The third week will be something like that. And then you don't want to do much on the fourth week because the fourth week is when the week of that month is going to be created. Right? So fourth week, you might struggle because that candle might not continue on that week, continue going up. Because then the monthly candle is going to look something like this. Because it's going to keep going up, 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 up. Right? That's why it's important that you do most of your trading between the second week and the third week. And then on the fourth week, you don't do much or don't have much expectation because that's when the week of that month is going to form. Now, it doesn't mean that, every the fourth week of the month is going to give you a down candle, but there's a high probability that during that week, price is going to be manipulated just as much as the first week price is going to be manipulated. The last week of the month price is going to be manipulated. And you might even probably end up with a candle like this. And then you have something like that. And then you give up all the profit that you made during the course of the month. So if you've been trading for a while and you've not paid attention to how, every month these things are happening, you are trading blindly. Okay. You're absolutely trading blindly because you don't understand that there are certain things that are happening that are fractal and it happens on a higher time frame. So if a monthly candle is trading, you need to be aware. Okay, the first week there's manipulation. Second week, okay, there's going to be a potential expansion. Third week, expansion. Fourth week, don't do anything or day trade or scalp because there's going to be manipulation. Okay, so that is why when Igor said that this week is going to be exciting, I was like, yeah, it is going to be because we are expecting a big push on the weekly candle. Why? Because the second week, most of the time, will print the body of the monthly candle. Right? So there you go. That's why I was saying there's a high probability we are going to get excitement for this week because it is what it is. They are going to do some big moves on this week. So, Mr. Igor, that is the reason why I said um, I know why you're excited. Because the week is going to be an exciting week. They are going to push price aggressively. Okay, let's continue. So gold this week should be a continuation. I think they should continue expanding higher, right? So expect a continuation to the upside to go and attack this, and then maybe next week another continuation. In future, we will talk about a lot of stuff that will help you to know when not to expect a continuation. This week is not one of them. We are expecting a continuation, right? So expect 2942.89 as upside objective on gold. Okay, and then obviously you now know how to buy. So wait for a pattern to form. I think let's go to the M15. There you have it. Up, down, down, down. So what do? You wait, let them break it, then you buy. That simple. Okay. Crude oil. So our crude oil trade also did not work out. I mean, we got our first TP and then it came right back down. Now, it's not bad because on the daily, what is it doing? It's printing a buy pattern. So today, I want today to close bearish. I don't want to see it reject. I would want to see today close bearish. Now, what would that mean? What would that print? It will print the best one. This one wasn't the best one. This one is. Okay. The movement down should always have a gap. This one did not have it. So I like this one much better. So if we get today to close, then tomorrow, if we start rejecting, then we will anticipate them closing through the gap and breaking the up candle, and then we resume going higher. So on crude oil, patience is going to be required again. I want them to close like this, and then tomorrow we start looking because it came back to the same level. It hasn't done much anyway. Okay, so we want to see them close like this, and then tomorrow we start looking for price to go up. So we might get a potential trade idea probably tomorrow. Maybe it might even happen during the London session. Okay. Okay. Now let's quickly go to Aussie because I think they might start moving it because I saw dollar index now rejecting. So Aussie is the one to go to. Okay. Don't be too late or you miss the whole thing. And then tomorrow I come here and then I'll say, oh, there you go. Right. All right. Let's go to ES. So ES, I'm still bullish. I haven't changed my bias. Still expecting them to go for that high. Maybe they might not do it this week. They might do it next week. Who knows? But I'm still looking for high prices. And that's another one that I got a trade yesterday on. I think also on the 5-minute chart. The pattern appeared. I bought it to this candle's low and then I was out as a scalp or day trade. So here, when price dropped, you know, I'm sorry, dollar index is going to reverse. ES is going to go up. Wait for the pattern to appear right in here. We buy it and then we went up. And it did give subsequent entries over here. And then price went higher. And then in here on the 1-minute chart, there was another entry. When it came here, that was an entry. On the 1-minute chart, that was another entry here. And then that took price back to this level. Okay. So I think if we do get a signal today, which I'm not seeing one so far yet,
Yeah, I'm not seeing one yet. So be patient, one will form, and then you can use it to get a trade idea. How will it form? During the session, maybe this one and the next one, the pink one, it will come down and then give you a 5 minute buying opportunity. This high, it's the next target. This clean equal highs is the next target. It might do it in this goal, or it might give you like um, a retracement on a 5 minute chart, and then it give you a signal like the one I used here. Then you go for that to this candlestick. So that's your target for today. It's going to 6105.00. That's where I think price is going. So as long as we're below, if you see anything coming down, look for a buy signal and then ride it to go up there. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Let's go. So yesterday I was talking about how I don't think Bitcoin is supposed to be going down. Okay, because if it does, it it's technically not correct based on how I understand price. It's technically not correct. So it makes sense for price to have rejected yesterday. Okay. And based on what I'm seeing, I think we're supposed to come here. There's a 1 hour fair value gap. And I think that's where we're going. Now, what have we created? Let me remove this stuff. I have too many lines on my chart. We have created a high resistance area. What is a high resistance area? We have a low here and we have a lower low. So that's a high resistance. We had one over here, this low and that low. Hence, as soon as price went below it, it was subject for a reversal. The same thing that we have here. We have this low and that low. So if we should come there, which we should not, if we should come there, then price should reject and then start going up. So on the 1 hour time frame, I think it's not going to do that based on the fact that we have this up, this movement down. Ignore that wick. I don't think that actually happened in real time. I don't know if other, let me check. Which one am I using? Coinbase. Okay, that does not exist. Okay, so I think it's just something that happened on Coinbase this week. Does not exist. So this level right here, that's an inverted fair value gap. Price is pausing. Should move away from where we are. So another potential trade idea is to buy here. Uh, you can put your stop loss below this candle's wick and then aim for this high or aiming for that for the day because it looks like it's stuck in a consolidation, so don't expect too much. Aim for that one. And if you happen to see, anything is possible. If it happens to come down here, then have the idea that this is a lower low, hence you want to see immediate rejection. Hence, you can look for a same buy pattern to form down here. Okay. Okay, moving forward. Um, let's go to Ethereum. So yesterday, the big move that happened has caused price to close above this down candle. It has given me just on this daily time frame, just focusing right here. Ignore everything else, focusing right here. Price action in here. And then dropping down to the lower time frame. That makes sense. Okay, just here. So if you want to trade Ethereum, you can be using this low to this high as a dealing range. This low to this high as a dealing range, and want to buy maybe exactly 618 and then close it at this high. That's it. You're looking for a move from here to there, and that's about it. Nothing else, nothing more. Just that. Because on the grand scheme of things, I don't like it anyway. Okay, so based on just the daily price action on just that, the last 2 days between Tuesday and Wednesday's trading, that's what I'm talking about. The price pattern that has been created, I like it. So it can give you a day trade to come up here. And that's about it if you want to. But I prefer between Ethereum and Bitcoin, I prefer Bitcoin. Bitcoin has taken out all the lows. So it's better. The stops has been gone. This one did not take out this one. So even though we did take out that, there's still the idea of equal low. So based on that, I don't like it. But based on just the last 2 days, the fact that we've taken out this low, then it makes sense for them to go for that high. I too doesn't really fancy my, it doesn't tickle my throat. I don't know. I don't like it. That's what I'm trying to say. It needs to get up here before I can do anything, or down here. In here, not a fan. So it's up to you if you want to do something in here. I am not going to touch it where we are. Up here or down here or nothing. Ripple. So based on that weekly time frame, I'm still not really interested in Ripple yet, unless we get a daily close above somewhere. As long as we don't get that, stay away. Okay, until we get a close on one side, that's when you get interested. For now, it's still struggling to close whether up or down. Now, when I say close, obviously it's closing. You can see it closed here, it closed there, but it's not closing high above a high or below a low. That's what I'm talking about. We need price to close above a high or close below a low. That will give us more confidence in the direction that price will close. All right. So until we get that closure, stay away. Okay. It's as simple as that. Ethereum, same thing. We are not getting any close anywhere. I think yesterday I mentioned that we got stopped out. But until we get a closure somewhere, stay away. We do have the lower low phenomenon on the daily here. So we did take out this low and rejected. Algorithmically, we're supposed to come and attack at least this high or that high. So the fact that price is going lower right now is suspicious. Okay, very, very suspicious. So watch yesterday's low. Once that low is taken, pay attention to the price action that will follow, because it might give a buy signal, or it's going to give you one hell of a down candle. You don't want to be in there. So as it's dropping, I'm not saying just go and blindly buy it, because that would be suicide. But as it's dropping, you want to pay attention to what it's going to do here, especially below this one as well. Okay, it might reject immediately, because we have the low and the lower low here. Okay, so it might reject immediately, but it might not reject just below that. It might go for this one because they've created equal lows, and then it might reject. So on the 1 minute or 5 minutes or whichever time frame you prefer, that anticipating it. Now, as it's dropping like this, you can be on the 15 minutes chart, and then start anticipating the pattern forming. So we have first the up candle, then second one down, then maybe another down, then another down, maximum 3. Then you want to start anticipating the rejection. When the third one prints, if we are below, so the first low is this one, that is a high resistance, and then they can go for that because it's equal. So this 15 minutes might close down. The second one might also close down. The third one, then you can drop to the 5 minutes. And then you're gonna start anticipating the 5 minutes to also give you what? The same pattern. Maybe up in here and up, and then down, and then down. Then you drop down to the 1 minute, and then you anticipate on that 1 minute and up, and then down, and then rejection. Okay, so that 1 minute we might begin the reversal. Then it breaks the up candle. You switch to the 5 minutes. The 5 minute will have its up candle here, and the down, down, down. Then the 5 minutes also break. Then you switch to the 15. The 15 minutes will have its up candle here, and that will also break. And then we begin our reversal. Okay. And it's so fun when you see it forming. Okay, so I've given you the narrative to look for. Let's go to AI 16. So AI, let's go to the daily. AI 16, we've got a nice rejection above that, and I like it. I don't like the current candle, and I don't like yesterday's candle. If yesterday could have gone all the way up to close above Monday or Tuesday, Tuesday, that would have been lovely, but it didn't do that. And when we are going up, I hate candles, up candles that does not close as an up candle above the previous day's high, but it closes as an up candle and then it's still within the previous candle's high and low. What I mean is when we are going up, okay, we don't want the inside candles to be blue, this color. We don't want that. We want it to be black. Why? Because when it's black, it's a sign that they were buying that day. When it's blue, I don't like it. It doesn't give me confidence for the continuation to the upside. So they might print maybe one more down candle to come and attack the up candles low. And that might be the reaccumulation candle before we resume going up. So watch out for yesterday's low. They might go and take it before resuming going higher. But as we are reversing from here, I would rather they don't do that because it's too early to reaccumulate. But nevertheless, it can happen. Okay, so watch that candle slow and see if they're going to attack it. If they do, watch that down candle's high because that's the earliest PD array. That price is gonna basically hit and then expand up again. All right. So that's the AI 16. I'm still bullish, by the way. I haven't changed my bias. This whole thing that's happening here doesn't change anything for me. As a matter of fact, it's coming below the 0.50 level. So more reason to basically look for more buys. Okay. Let's move finally to our two favorite pairs. The two and the second one, I forgot the name. I forgot the name. So if Mr. Igor is around, he'll probably come and remind me again. Okay, so Tatsuo, nothing has really changed from what I've been saying. I think they're gonna come and attack this low. That's what I said yesterday. They will attack this from this up candle. They will come and attack this equal low, and they've not actually gone anywhere since then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles after our session. So they will go for this low, and then we will see what will happen. It's in the face of, I think, accumulation. Whilst I was, learning about price, I did learn a lot of stuff from supply and demand. I've learned a lot of stuff, to be honest. One thing that I took with me was Wyckoff accumulation and distribution. Okay, so when I'm not seeing the reversal pattern, the buy pattern or the sell pattern, then I refer to Wyckoff because, Wyckoff did do a lot of back testing to discover when price is accumulating. Okay, so that's where the 3 Indian drives comes in. When price is about to reverse, it's either they're going to use the buy pattern or they're going to use a Wyckoff accumulation schematic. So if you understand a little bit about Wyckoff, when price is not reversing like the way when it's coming down, I want them to run and then break. The other way to anticipate the reversal is to see the accumulation. And that is what is happening on hype that I was talking about. Okay, when it's going sideways, it's accumulating. And if you understand Wyckoff, then you want to see them run at least 3 lows. So the first one, the second one, and then the last one, which is the 3 Indian drives, and the price go up. And I think that's what might happen on Tattoo because we don't have the sharp move down for the rejection to happen. So it might go in a phase of accumulation and then it will expand higher. Okay. And that's also a form of buy that quote unquote institutions use when buyers, especially when sellers are not coming in for them to go against them. So when it's going down like this, right? Then there will be sellers to come in and then they will buy it against them and then it'll go up. But when the sellers are not coming in, then it needs to go in a form of a consolidation. And that's when they will accumulate. Anytime it's coming down, then they'll be buying more. When it goes up and it coming back down, they'll be buying more, especially when it's taking out the lows. And then all of a sudden you see the expansion. So that's the 2 ways that I look for the signs of reversal. Either they're going to run and reject or they're going to accumulate. And then you just look for the run on lows. Okay. So that's what I think this one might do. They're not going to get the sellers to come in because who is going to come and sell where we are? No one, because it's low. So no one is selling. So then they need to manipulate it so that they can get position and then price will expand. Okay. So that's Tatsuo. The last one that I can't pronounce is the same thing. Nothing has really happened since yesterday, but I still suspect them to come to this level, 0.006329. That's where I think price is going. So let's wait patiently, let them come there, and then we can start looking for either the same scenario might happen. They will consolidate before going up because price is low, like this. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Instead of them dropping and aggressively going back up, it will consolidate before going higher. So you might get something like that over here. All right. I'll try and remember the name. Touch key. I think I've got it right. Touch key. But Mr. Igor, come and remind me for tomorrow. All right. So that's pretty much it for the session. Let's go back and look at, because I'm still interested in Aussie, what Aussie is doing. So Aussie looks pretty neat for the buy. We've got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. we want this candle to go up a little bit more and close in this gap on a 1 hour time basis. We want that 1 hour candle to close just above that. And then we would have got ourselves a nice order block here. We can key off from that. So if you miss the entry here, then you can key off from this and then expect them to expand higher. All right. And then EuroCAD, we will resume going lower. On the H4, they've closed through this gap. Now, I reserve it. I reserve it for other day. If not, I give everything today. Tomorrow, you don't have any candy to eat. So I reserve it. But they've closed to this gap. So within the next 1 minute, 1 minute, 16 seconds, if we can stay below that, that can be an entry point for you. If you didn't get in too early, like we did, you can get in like that and then go down. Okay. And then you can hold for a run for this low. It might not give that to this week. It might continue next week. But if you get in, you're in. Okay. And I think that's pretty much it from me. Is Mr. Ego around? Mr. Ego.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry about that. I'm just on a call.
That's okay.
How's it going over there?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, sweet, sweet.
Yeah.
Apologies for that. Yeah, I was monitoring from a side, but I wasn't paying attention 100%. All right, well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna bounce off now and see you at New York Part 2
2:30.
with say again,
2:30 for New York part 2.
2:30 GMT. Yeah, yeah.
GMT. Yeah.
And and then of course IT is back tomorrow as well. Same
Yeah.
time, same channel.
Awesome. Take care, everybody. See you
Thank you very
tomorrow.
much. Take care.